Good morning, witches. Jessica back with Pagan Pathways doing a DIY using Dollar Tree products. Once again, it's the moon phases. Hope you enjoy. Alright, here we are with our Dollar Tree frames. We're just going to open it and then try to pop those tops off. I think that's going to be fairly easy. Oh, it popped right off, no problem. It does have some glue adhesive, but we'll get that off in a bit. Let's just go ahead and do the rest now. And you can save those for later. Now we're going to pop the inside out because we're going to paint the inside black and the frame silver. The tabs are just like any other tab on any other picture frame, so not a complicated process. I do suggest folding the tabs down so that when you paint, it sits flat on the surface. Alright, here we are with them all out. Now, as I said before, we're going to paint those inside pieces black and the frames a silver color. I will make a note that I did try to spray paint them, but then it sprinkled and ruined it, so I had to sand off the paint and start over. Here, before we can do any painting, we have to go ahead and try to get that off. I do try with that X-Acto knife, but then I decided to use a piece of fine grit sandpaper so that I could sand it flat. Because part of that is where some of the frame came up. So you want a nice flat surface so you can't see it when you do paint over it. So just a little bit of sanding, it's not that much, it don't take very long, and it's well worth it for the best results. Alright, we're going to get ready to paint all three of these in that Waverly chalk paint in the color ink. It did take a whole 3 coats to cover this. Those letters are large and they're bright, and to get full coverage, again, that was 3 coats. Alright, here I'm using black cardstock from Walmart. It's just plain old black cardstock. You can use whatever color you have, but I had this on hand, and so that's why I went with the black. Now I use my ribbon to cut out 3 circles of the exact same size, and then I use the ribbon as a guide to make the crescent moon. Once I have that, I cut it out and use it for the template for the other one, so they are exactly the same size and match up pretty well. Now that we have that, I use that silver enamel paint. I really like the way the enamel paint goes on. It only takes 1 coat and it covers them completely. It is a little more expensive, so you can use whatever color, silver, white, whatever you want to. Definitely change this up and make it the way you want. I just like the silver and black together, and that's why I went with those colors. Now that it's dry, I use the Jot brand glue stick from Dollar Tree, and I coat them very, very well, so that they don't pull up from the paper, because you want them to lay flat. You just do all 3 that way, and then you let them dry. Now that they're all dry, we're going to go ahead and get the frames and paint them. As I said, I did try to spray paint them, but then it sprinkled on them, so then I had to sand it off, and I'm going to use that same enamel paint to paint the frames. It only takes 2 coats this way, and I actually like the way it turned out. Spray painting would definitely be faster, except for if the rain gets it before you do. So, yep, I mean, either way, I like the way this project turned out, and hey, I hope you do too. Alright, now they're dry. I will make one suggestion. I have a lacquer spray. You can pick it up at Walmart or just a spray over the paint. I should have done that because I did notice a little bit of chipping with the paint before I did it. Now, here I'm going to add some black ribbon around the full moon just to distinguish it a little bit. That's definitely optional. You don't have to, but I just like the way it looks. The ribbon did come from Walmart, not Dollar Tree, but it was like 94 cents or something, so it was even cheaper than Dollar Tree. Almost everything else that we use in this project does come from the Dollar Tree, but the paint and the ribbon are the only two that did not. Here you'll notice I'm showing you I cut it at an angle. I cut all the corners at an angle so they would line up nicely and be uniform to the triangle. Alright, here, let me give you a piece of advice. I'm going to put the back in, but as you can see, I'm pulling them up before I do the back. That was silly. I should have waited. So I would leave them folded over, put the back in, and then fold them. Alright, guys, I hope you enjoyed this project as much as I did. If you do one, I'd love to see your take on it. Leave me a picture down in the comments below. If you're new to my channel, make sure you subscribe so you can be notified every time I upload a new video. Alright, witches, I'm going to get out of here, and I will talk to you soon.